students, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a little bit more of a chatty sit down and letting you know how I am doing. I recently had a teaching interview which I didn't make. I didn't get the job. It's been a tough week and I just wanted to sit down and catch up with you, especially because I've just bought myself this lovely yellow sofa to film some videos on and it's definitely brightened my mood. So without further ado, let's get into the video. It has been an awful week. For those of you who don't know, my name is Georgia. This is my channel. Hi. And I am studying a PGCE, so a postgraduate teaching qualification in geography teaching. And I hope to graduate, all things considered, this summer with my QTS, so my qualified teacher status. I am currently living in England doing my degree. I'm from Scotland and yeah, I'm down here. So I had an interview the other day at the school I've had my placement at. You're meant to have 3 placements, placement A, B and C. I am currently in placement B. Am I still in placement B? I feel like I might have moved on to placement C because we finished at the end of June. I'm most way through the course and I quite like the school I'm at just now. It's nice, there's friendly people. I have become accustomed to getting up, going to work. Even though I'm studying, I'm teaching nearly a full-time timetable now. It's very familiar. It's something that I'm used to. When I saw the posting for a geography teacher and my deputy head emailed me and said you should apply, I thought I might actually have a good chance at this. Now, whether or not I eventually want to end up being a teacher is a total different video and something that I have been desperately kind of battling with myself as to what I actually want to do and what I'm good at and where my skills lie. But I thought, do you know what, if this is meant to be, maybe this is a sign that I am actually meant to be a geography teacher and I love it here, so I'm going to apply. So I did. I spent all night on my cover letter and I got a lot of help from the faculty, which was really nice, and my boyfriend sat with me and helped me do my cover letter and I was really proud of it. So I submitted it and that night I got an email saying, okay, so you can come to the interview. We're inviting you to interview. And someone else I know in the course was also sent this email, so she got an invite as well as a couple other external people. So we only had a few days to prepare. I was given the brief of teaching year 7 class about Japan and the Ring of Fire. I won't bore you with any details if you are not that keen on geography, but it's a bit of it's exciting. The topic's really exciting, but it's a bit of a difficult one to fit not only into a lesson, but into 25 minutes. So I was already slightly nervous and thinking, okay, this is a tough one. You didn't get any details about the class. I did email and ask if there was any differentiation, so if the pupils had any different needs that I had to take into account, but I got an email back saying they didn't and they were just a class of year 7s and that was it. So that's what I knew. And looking back on it, I definitely should have provided a higher level of challenge in my lesson. I think it was perhaps a little bit too easy for that age group, which maybe played into the reason I didn't even make it through to final interview, but we will get onto that. So as well as preparing for the interview, just like everyone else, I was teaching lessons, so I didn't have a huge amount of time. I only had about 3 days from finding out I had the interview to the actual interview date, which was yesterday, and I prepared my lesson as well as I could have done and my lesson plan. It was a little bit of a last minute rush because my printer at home wasn't working, so I had to print it out the day of. I had already had the pupils' worksheets and the PowerPoints printed off for the lesson, but me being me, I changed everything a bit last minute. I didn't change the lesson, but I changed a couple of slides and added some pictures, so I printed it off the same day, and I had went to school super early that day to print off the lesson plan because I still had the last development point and plenary to do, so a couple paragraphs, not even, of the lesson plan. So I think that, looking back on it and reflecting, probably didn't help. It didn't put me in the best mindset because I felt like I was rushing maybe slightly before the interview. So going forward, I definitely know to get everything done before, even if it feels not humanly possible. So yeah, I had everything printed out. I'd already had the worksheets printed out. I felt really good. I went in, there was me, someone I know from the course, and 3 external girls. We had a kind of introduction to the school and then we got to walk around, ask some questions. Then we were on different timetables for the day. So first of all, I did a study task, which was just putting together a bit of a specification around a certain GCSE topic. So that was quite interesting. We only had 45 minutes and honestly I was mad typing throughout the 45 minutes, just as much as I could. I think I did quite well on that, but I didn't get any feedback. I haven't, at least as of yet. And then I had the lesson and I'd greeted the pupils at the door before like you're supposed to, and I taught the lesson, and honestly there was a lot of active learning. I was asking people a lot of questions. I fumbled maybe I think twice. The first fumble was I was reading out the names on the register trying to cold call people's, and I accidentally read out someone's second name, which was so silly of me, and I kind of couldn't find out their first name, so I said we'll just move on, it's all good. And the second fumble was I had a challenge task on the board that I didn't get through, which was super annoying because I had clicked through too fast on the board and forgotten about it. So other than that though, it was a really good lesson. The kids were super engaged. I managed my plenary to show that the pupils had learned stuff through my lesson, and all in all I was really pleased with how it went. We then had miniature interviews, so I did a mini safeguarding interview and a mini subject knowledge interview, and those went super well, I thought. And then we were meant to have lunch and then the panel interviews. So I was sitting in the lunchroom with the rest of the candidates, making friends, which was really, really nice to meet external people and hear about their experiences. So the deputy head came in to the staff room and asked to see me and the other candidate who didn't make it through. We didn't know at the time. We were taken into the classroom we had taught in, and we were told that we would not be taken any further at this stage, which was heart-wrenching. I had been going around through the week saying it's all right if I don't get the job, like it's fine, I don't even know if I want to be a teacher, you know, there's still some reservations that I have, and I was trying to kid myself and kid everyone around me that I didn't particularly want this job, but actually it would have meant a huge amount to me to have gotten it. So it was actually pretty tough, and I don't know if the deputy head was just having a wee bit of a bad day, like he's such a nice person, but he told us, me and this other girl who was quite upset, he said look, your lessons were here and the level we're looking for is up here, and he said this is just on the day, we had to judge you only from the day, not from anything you've done in the past. But he kind of laid it on thick. You know, he said a few times just we were not of the okay level, and he said that there was no point taking us on to the final panel interview because we would be crawling up to try and get this place that they'd already decided that we didn't have. To know that I was staying in this school for the rest of my placement and that I need to go back in 2 weeks after the holidays was brutal. Because now I'm in the situation where I don't just feel a bit upset that I've not gotten the job, and do you know that happens, like that happens to everyone, I just wasn't good enough and that's all right. It's just, I feel like to have been dressed down like that, like to have been talked to like I was just definitely not good enough, that was really upsetting, and that's something that, you know, it's the day after and I'm still pretty upset about, because I feel like now I'm going back into that school and they don't want me there. Like, I know that's not the case, but it just feels like I'll be doing my best and my best isn't good enough, and it's not their fault. I mean, it might not be my fault either, I might just not be the right fit, but it's just really tough to know that your best isn't good enough, and I think it has made me severely rethink a lot of decisions about teaching, about whether I am cut out for the job, because it's not just the interview that you need to pass, it's not just this grueling interview day, it is throughout your career. You will have a lot of tests, a lot of continued development programs to meet, and also you will be judged on your performance throughout your career, and that happens at least once or twice a year. So to me, being in a job like that, I don't know how much that would suit me. I absolutely love teaching, I love being in the classroom, I like quite a lot of the paperwork side of things, and it is a job I thought I would really enjoy, and I do, but I'm opening up now to more of the, I don't know, more of the idea of having a job that isn't directly teaching in a school. So maybe something like youth work in general, or something else that I really enjoy, because I think specifically that being in a school can be tough and maybe just doesn't 100% fit me right now. So that's where I'm at. I'm going to feel so weird about going back, and I know that it's not personal, this is a job at the end of the day and it's what's best for the pupils. I'm glad they've hired someone who is going to be the best fit for the job and for the kids. In my area just now, there's just nothing on the job boards or anything that's coming up that makes me excited about a career, and I am terrified because right now I have my Bachelor of Honours in Politics. Hopefully soon I will have my teaching degree, teaching qualification, and I have come to the realisation that I might not want to do either of those, or what I want to do, maybe I'm not qualified to do, or needs another qualification that I just can't afford right now. So yeah. And I just turned 24 the other day, and having this mounting pressure I feel of getting a career, getting a house, getting, you know, everything sorted is hard. You might be feeling that too. If you are, let me know I'm not alone in this. I know there is no rush to grow up, there is no rush to get a career, anything like that. I might even take some time out and do something else, like get another bar job or something. I don't want to, but I need to make money, I have rent to pay, I have real bills, I have things to pay, so it's just this crushing moment of reality that is awful. And I really hoped I would have gotten that job, but sometimes that's the way life works. It doesn't always fall in your favour, and I want you to know if that's happened to you in any kind of capacity, then you're not alone. I am going through the thick of it right now, so that is where I'm at. I thought I would just quickly update you guys. I say quickly, this video has probably gone on for ages. Apologies for talking with my hands. I can see in the frame that I have done this throughout the whole video and I'm still doing it while I'm apologising for it. But yeah, that has been my week. I hope your week has gone much better, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching and always supporting me. I really, really appreciate it.